figured this is a good point for us to start tonight as far as the show goes with the main event, Kenny Omega versus Wheeler Yuta. But before we ever get into the match, they started talking about the Blood and Guts match coming up in 2 weeks. How between the injury to Danielson and Eddie Kingston being over in the G1, that both teams are short a person. And so who will be the fifth member for Blood and Guts? Just figured, this is a main event. Stories might be told with this match. We'll see how this goes. What the hell just happened? Yeah, like Discord just completely did the whole shutdown reset on me. Like you were frozen for a whole minute, and I was just hoping that maybe you were being very, very still.
Oh, I was being very, very still. Yeah. Nope. Yep. I thought my internet went out or something. This has been like going in and out.
My stream tonight for watching Dynamite was not the best. Like it buffered a few times. I'm sitting there, so I looked over at the stream to make sure it didn't flash red.
Yeah, because mine buffered a lot too. I don't know. Xfinity must be having some issues today.
All right, so I'm gonna start that one back from the top, or else there's gonna be too much editing that I have to pay attention to cut it up. Like, god damn it, I gotta cut out here, gotta cut out here. Just gonna make faces first. Be like, why do I gotta do this again?
You got this, man. You're a big boy.
So let's kick off the recap for tonight's show with the main event. Because as far as Blood and Guts in 2 weeks, they did mention a couple of things. If you didn't know, Danielson's injured. He will not be in that match. Eddie Kingston will be over in the G1. Also, New Japan Strong Openweight champion. But he's going to be over in the G1. So both teams are going to be short a person that we got to figure out. And Wheeler Yuta versus Kenny is the main event. Always the possibility for story beats being told there.
Oh yeah. You got little shit Yuta. You know, he's been working on his heel game. And you could tell he's been working on his heel game through the match because he heals it up pretty damn good. Other than the fact that he's still always going to hit a tope or two in there. In which the one that he hit in this match with Kenny was really good.
Hey man, tope surf still allowed. Danielson still does them.
Yeah.
Max even does them from time to time. They don't look nearly as good.
Yeah, I know. I've seen those. But yeah, no, he heals it up pretty well though. Loving it.
He does that. Kenny does a really good job of playing up his injuries from the match with Ospreay and just being beat to shit.
Yeah. Like, I think that's part of the reason why the match felt a little slower until the later half of it. And then, like, the later half of the match, they were starting to move, and then here comes fucking Don Callis. I was like, man, this is getting good. And then Don Callis came out. I was like, oh, man.
Which we did see earlier in the night, and he actually had entrance music that time. Well,
he had entrance sound.
Right.
I would not call that music.
I'm like, constant reverb, basically.
Yeah. It was like almost like an alarm that just the sound keeps going.
So he came out because Kenny, after struggling to do the one winged angel, he had Wheeler set up for like the running V trigger into the ropes, and Don comes right down, distracts him, which allows Takeshita to slide and hit a blue thunder bomb. Splash by Yuta, but Kenny still kicked out.
That shit was dope. I knew there had to be some kind of surprise in there. I was like, come on, no, there's no way he's about to win off of this little
but with Blood and Guts 2 weeks away and both teams needing to name a fifth person on the team, like it made perfect sense to have something like this happen in this match. But in my head, I'm sitting there thinking it would be whoever their fifth person was going to be,
right. But one thing that you've always made sure to mention to me is that the heel side usually always gets the number advantage first. So I feel like they're going to name the BCC's fifth team member.
But that's what I mean.
Or the Elite.
It would have been like instead Takeshita, it would have been the fifth guy. It still would have been in favor of BCC.
Yeah.
And then next week, they could have did the face side. And then the week after that is Blood and Guts.
Oh, yeah. They're going to do it on Collision.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there's that show, even though the Elite don't show up on it.
Yeah. Watch, they're going to do it on Collision. Well, BCC's people might show up on the Collision. Unless if they're going to do both of them on a Dynamite and just have you go.
What if they go and ask CM Punk?
Oh, BCC grabs CM Punk. Mic drop.
Oh,
that
God.
will be insane.
That can't happen until they get to do the whole thing with FTR too.
Right. But yeah, there would be no way, but still.
So after Kenny was able to kick out after all that interference, you just climb up to the top. Kenny catches him, and he's able to grab him onto top rope, and basically, and I don't know how much of this was on purpose and how much of it maybe he's actually beat up, but he hits like a running one-winged angel because he's like falling the entire time that Yuta's up there with him. Nobody kicks out the one-winged angel.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Except Kenny.
Yeah, he can kick out of that, but he knows how to kick out of that though.
Kicks out at one man. He kicks out at one.
It's a technique that nobody else knows.
After the match, as we talked about, kind of makes perfect sense for shenanigans. BCC all runs down and starts to attack. The Elite run down with chairs. They start to attack. And Hangman, the Bucks have somebody, I forgot who it was at this time, after like a BT trigger, they were holding him. Hangman is sitting there, ready to swing at whoever they're holding in front of him.
Yeah, Claudio.
It was Claudio at that point?
Yeah.
Dark Order, though, runs out at the very last second and grabs the chair from Hangman. Could have just given us like 1 or 2 more seconds for like look in that moment, but still just enough because I was getting ready to tune out already, man. I was like, this is over. Nothing else is gonna happen.
Yeah, that was that was a little odd. Yeah, I feel like we needed like 3 more seconds. Just the turn and the face, just to set up that Rampage match a little bit more as well.